About 2 years ago, I used to deliver auto parts during the night shift. Most of my routes were simple: small towns, back roads, repair shops, gas stations, the kind of places that felt completely dead after midnight. And honestly, I liked it that way. Less traffic, less people, just me, the rain, and the road. The night everything happened started during a thunderstorm in southern Ohio. It had been raining for hours, not normal rain either, the kind that makes your windshield look completely white every few seconds. I had just finished dropping off parts at a repair shop outside a small town called Merrill Creek. At least, I think that was the name. Honestly, I can't even find it on a map anymore. Around 1 in the morning, my GPS suddenly rerouted me. At first, I thought it was normal. Maybe flooding, maybe an accident ahead. But then I noticed something strange. The road it wanted me to take didn't have a name. It was just a thin gray line on the screen. No label, no speed limit, nothing. I should have ignored it, but the storm was getting worse, and according to the GPS, the shortcut would have saved me almost 20 minutes, so I turned onto it. The second I crossed onto that road, my radio cut to static. Not music stopping, not signal loss, just loud, crackling static. The road itself looked old, very old. No painted lines, cracked pavement, telephone poles leaning at strange angles, and the rain somehow looked heavier there, like the storm was trapped above the street itself. That's when I saw the first house. It sat far back from the road, 2 stories, white paint peeling from the walls, one dim light growing upstairs. I remember slowing down because something about it felt wrong. Not haunted exactly, just abandoned in a strange way, like people had left in the middle of dinner and never came back. As I kept driving, more houses appeared. Every single one looked occupied. Lights on, curtains moving, cars in driveways, but I never saw a single person. Then I noticed something even stranger. Every house had the exact same mailbox. Black, rusty, no numbers. I checked my GPS again. The road was gone. The screen showed my truck driving through empty forest. That's when the radio static stopped. For about 3 seconds, I heard a man's voice. Very calm, very clear. It said the road only appeared during storms. Then the static returned. I remember laughing nervously, trying to convince myself it was just some weird local broadcast. But deep down, I already knew something was wrong. A few minutes later, I passed a road sign. Welcome to Willow Run, population 312. The sign looked ancient, water-stained, half-rotted, and somebody had scratched something underneath the population number. Do not stop here. I kept driving, a little faster now. That's when I noticed movement. People were standing on their porches, not moving, not waving, just standing there in the rain, watching the road, watching my truck pass by. Every single person looked completely still, and every porch light turned off at the exact same moment, one after another, down the entire street, until the only light left was my headlights. I remember gripping the steering wheel so hard my hands hurt. The storm kept getting worse. The road stretched ahead forever, and no matter how long I drove, I never reached the end of town. Then my headlights passed over something in the middle of a road. A bicycle, lying on its side, still spinning slightly, as if somebody had just dropped it seconds earlier. I slowed down, and that's when I saw the footprints. Bare footprints, dozens of them, leading away from the road into the woods, all heading the same direction. Then my truck died. The headlights stayed on, but the engine completely shut off, and the radio static stopped again. This time the same voice returned, calm as ever. The voice explained that if the rain stopped before sunrise, the town would stay. I had no idea what that meant, but then the voice said something else, something that still bothers me years later. It said the people outside weren't residents anymore. They were travelers, people who stopped driving. The moment the voice disappeared, every porch light in town came back on at once, and suddenly the people standing outside were gone. Every porch was empty, but the front doors were open. Every single one. Then I heard something hitting my truck softly. Tap, tap, tap. At first I thought it was the rain, until I looked at my passenger side window. A handprint slowly slid down the glass from outside. Then another, then another. The windows around the truck filled with wet handprints like people were surrounding it just beyond the headlights. I couldn't see anyone, only the prints appearing one by one. Then my engine suddenly started again. I didn't hesitate. I slammed the gas pedal down and drove faster than I probably ever have in my life. The houses blurred past, the trees blurred past, the storm somehow grew even louder. And then, without warning, I crossed back onto the normal highway. The rain instantly weakened. The radio started playing music again, and my GPS rerouted like nothing had happened. When I looked in the mirror, the road behind me was gone. Just woods. No town, no street, nothing. The next morning I tried searching for Willow Run online. Nothing came up. No maps, no records, nothing. A week later, curiosity got the better of me. I drove back to the area during the daytime. No storm, clear skies, and there was no road there. Only dense forest. But near the shoulder, I found something half buried in the mud. A rusty black mailbox, no numbers on it, and scratched into the side were 3 words. Do not stop. I quit that delivery job a month later, but every time there's a thunderstorm now, I avoid back roads completely, because sometimes very late at night, my GPS still tries to reroute me. And every single time, the road has no name.